we would like to just help you identify your twin flame. How do you know like this person that you're thinking about is your twin flame? Because we kind of like talked about on our channel a little bit about twin flames and how amazing they are, and some ideas about how you can have them in your life. But today we just want to bring you kind of like a tool that you can use so you can identify your twin flame 100%. And this is a tool that will help you, especially if you also like redo it in time. You know, you do it once and maybe after 6 months, like a year, you know, or 3 months even, you know, you can look back at it and be like, okay, maybe I want to add something, or maybe this is not exactly what I want, you know, and I didn't knew back then, and now I know a little bit more about myself, so I know better now. This is not the kind of exercise or tool that you use once and you kind of forget about it, and then when you need it, you're like, oh, let's bring up the dusty list. It's a love list, you know, bring up the last dusty love list and look at it. Is you the person? No, you're not the person. Okay. So yeah, it's a tool that you will have to like work on and get clear as you know, progress on your journey. But first, let's talk about like who is your twin flame, right? We will just like say once again that your twin flame is like your ultimate lover, the person created for you specifically to be your partner, your best friend, your teacher, and your student. And you are extremely compatible with this person because they were created for you. Okay?
Exactly, and as we spoke in previous videos, you can check them out and see more in depth what is a twin flame, so you understand what is a twin flame, so then you'll like have more clarity how to identify who is your twin flame.
Yeah, in our previous video, one of our previous videos, we compared and I shared a little bit about what's the difference between twin flames and soulmates, right? So you would want to like check that video out as well, as it's very useful, right? So again, going back to the initial question, maybe you watched our videos, or maybe you know about like twin flames in general, and you are thinking like, oh my god, I want to meet this person, I want to be with this person, it sounds like so amazing, but how do I know like this person is my twin flame? How do I know? Well, maybe I just have like a very strong attraction to a person, we're understanding each other very well, or maybe we had like a explosive, you know, love at some point, and then we kind of fiddled out, and now we're kind of, you know, not talking, and maybe you want to get in touch with that person again. Whichever the case may be, even if like you are already like in a relationship with your twin flame, even if you are like in union or in harmonious union, this tool
helps you to go deeper. This love list helps you to refine what you truly love and get clear on those aspects, those qualities that you really love about your twin flame, about yourself.
Yeah, and of course, like after you know your twin flame, this tool will not be so much for you to like confirm your twin flame, but for you to just go deeper into knowing each other better and better and better, right? Good. So yeah, let's get into it. So the tool that we're talking about, as you probably saw, is called a love list, and the concept of it is pretty simple. And I think like just because it's so simple, you will need to like kind of work through it probably multiple times until you kind of
get very clear.
Yeah, get very clear, or get a more like refined version of it. So the concept is simple, and it's like this. You will make a list, either you on like pen and paper, you sit down and write, or maybe on your computer you pull up a document and like type, you know. And in this list, in this love list, you describe how would you desire your perfect lover to be. How are they, you know? What would you desire from this perfect person?
To just give more clarity here on how to really complete this, because you're like, okay, I like the hair of this person, I like the way this person is.
My perfect person is like has blonde hair and blue eyes. They have like a six-pack, and they weight I don't know how much, and their height has to be, I don't know, like above a certain level or something like that. Well, you know, like physical qualities can be important. They are not like a tool that you can use for confirmation, right?
Exactly, because your twin flame can work to become into that, but doesn't mean that they are right now in that way. That's the idea.
Yeah.
And even with all these
with physical aspects, especially.
Exactly. Like, I know one of the things on my love list was like
when you were like in the beginning.
Yeah,
you know?
in the beginning was like I didn't want my girlfriend to smoke.
Yeah, you wouldn't like your perfect partner to have like this kind of addiction, right?
Exactly. But the thing is, at the beginning when I met Alexandra, she was smoking.
Yeah.
So, but because we move forward, she actually doesn't like to smoke, but she needed to clear that.
Yeah, I quit smoking, but it was like a journey for us. Like I had like my personal healing to do. So, for example, on his point on this love list was like my perfect like lover. I don't want them to have this addiction of smoking, right? Well, even if like you could say like, oh, then she's definitely not my twin flame, right? Like in his mind, he could like, she's not because she's smoking. Well, you know, as we healed and as we came together, you know, I had my part of the healing to do in you know, quitting smoking, and he had like his part of healing to do in kind of
unconditionally loving her while she's going through this process.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is just like an example, but getting back to the list, you know, you can just sit down and write whatever feels very good for you right now. You know, maybe you had like you can even look like at previous relationships and see like, oh, this previous partner hurt me because they like, let's say like they cheated on me, right? So I would love my perfect partner to be very faithful to me and like loyal and to be
committed.
Yeah, committed to me in this way, right? To love me unconditionally, you know. So you can just think about it, like really sit with yourself and see like what would you desire from this perfect person. With your twin flame you have like an eternal relationship. You can even touch subjects like, okay, would they want to be like a parent? Yeah, would you like your perfect partner to be interested like in parenting and like having children? Would you desire for them to be interested in growing their abundance, you know, growing like in a career, you know? Would you like for them to be I don't know, you can like go and explore this.
Exactly. And with this, like really like getting clear even on what you value, you'll get clear on like, oh, I value family, so I want them to desire a family.
Exactly.
I desire abundance, so I want them to be interested by this as well. Like to have common activities that you really enjoy together, so like there's something that you really value there. So therefore put that on the list that you would like your twin flame to have that as well, because if it's truly your value, if it's truly your core value, your twin flame will have that as well.
Yeah, and this just goes back to what like twin flames are. You know, twin flames have like the same consciousness, and while they complement each other, they will align with the kind of like the deeper core of a certain thing, right? So with things like family, like parenting, children, career paths, you know, and stuff like that, it's worth to look into that because you will align into that together. Now, it's not to say that, you know, your twin flame, when you look at this person and you think like they're your twin flame and you want to see if they align with your love list, maybe some points on your love list are things that person might grow into. So for example, if you want like your twin flame to be a very successful kind of business person, let's say, right? Maybe they're not right now, but you have to listen to them and talk with them and be like, hey, are you interested like in business? Would you be interested to like grow in your abundance, in your like life purpose in this way? And you have to listen what they say. Like maybe they are like, no, like I don't really want that, like I'm okay with just sitting where I am right now, you know. Or they're like, yeah, I know that right now I'm in the slums, you know, and I don't feel like this is where I belong. I want to grow, you know, I want to go pursue greater things, right? So even if like your twin flame is not exactly, you know, pointing, you have to see like, can they grow in that area? Can they become that like certain like item on your love list, or it's just like nah, it's they're not.
So it's just getting clear, and this getting clear, like after you have the love list, you know exactly what you want, and you can go with the love list with your twin flame to just like speak with them. Maybe if you have communication to see that. If you don't, you can just feel into their energy, who you believe it's your twin flame, to get clear if that feels like that. Even if, as Alexandra said, even if they're right now not feeling that role in that moment, that item from your list, they can grow into that. As Alexandra grew into not smoking.
Exactly. So yeah, just spend some time, sit down, be with yourself, make yourself like a nice cup of tea or like coffee or whatever you want to like drink, hot chocolate, depending on the season where you're at. And yeah, just sit down and enjoy this moment with you, just allow yourself to have that freedom in expression. And please, like, don't think like, oh, if I put this down, maybe it's never gonna happen or whatever. No, it's important for you to be like really, really honest with everything that you desire in your perfect partner, so you can make this list in a very honest and kind of comprehensive way. And as I said, it doesn't mean that this list is going to be like set in stone. As I said, maybe after a year or something now on the list and be like, okay, maybe this thing is not exactly what I wanted, and now I know better what I want. So therefore, point 3 is going to be erased, and I'm going to write point 7. That's kind of like a point 3 extended or better explained, right? You can do this. And because on your twin flame journey, you just allow yourself to discover yourself. So I know that even for me, and us, we have redone our love list several times, and it always kind of grew. Some points remained obviously the same, but it always grew. Maybe we added some things. And it's safe for you to just explore. This is what I want to say here.
Exactly, and that's the only thing right now that it is to be done, to explore within yourself what you truly desire. And I just want to highlight something that you said, is that you can look at past relationships and see what you didn't like at them and see the opposite, what you really like at them. That's how you will get very clear as well.
What you don't like, and then reverse it,
Exactly.
Because that's what you actually desire. Because for me, I didn't knew this when the first time, and I had like a list, like, I don't want my boyfriend to be like this, I don't want him to be like this, I don't want him to be like this. And while it's okay, but you can, for you to be easier and have like a very positive love list, you just reverse them. So if the person like cheated, then you want loyalty and commitment. If the person did something that you didn't like, what's the reverse of that? Because that's what you truly want. Maybe you want them to like compliment you. Maybe you want them to take you on dates regularly. Maybe you want to
give you flowers, to respect you.
To give you flowers, to romance you in a specific way that it didn't happen before, and you never allowed yourself to think like, okay, this is possible. I can have a man that can bring me every week flowers. Maybe this is something that is really important to you, right?
Or for me, I'll just give an example from my life. Or like, I want my woman to play video games with me. It's one of the things on my love list, and it's totally there. And
I didn't play video games at the beginning, but I was open to it, and I was like, yeah, sure, we can play together. And now we play together, and it's fun.
What happened is that we got a bit of a problem with our audio after this point in the video. We're sorry for that, but we wanted still to give you the piece, even if you lost the end of our video. What we shared actually in the last part was saying that whatever you would desire at your partner, whatever hobby you have, whatever like desire you may have to, like I was mentioning the example of like if you like to collect ants and have like a volume of ants, just having a lot of like, I don't know, just looking at them, just collecting, like, if that's what you love, like, why wouldn't be someone to love this thing with you? why wouldn't be someone to love the same thing that you love as well, even if it seems weird, even if it seems however it seems for the world, it doesn't matter. If you love it, your perfect partner will love it in a way or another. And even if at the beginning it may not seem like that, in time, as we spoke about the example with video games, in time your partner will start to enjoy that. And with that, like, just allow yourself to be free with that. Allow yourself to be free in enjoying whatever you really enjoy, and not just put them aside just because you say like, no, like it's too much, it's too weird, it's too creepy. Nothing is like that. Everything is perfect. Therefore, just allow yourself to have that on your list as well. We really encourage you to make this list, to write it down on a piece of paper or on digital format. Wherever you do it, it's perfect. Just have it down somewhere. Just know that you have it, you written it, and you can go over it again and again. This may benefit you a lot for just having that, and you will see you'll have a lot of fun in doing so. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment in the section below if you have any other questions, and see you in the next video.